All right, good evening and welcome to precisealgorithmtrading.com. It's Monday, March 25th. I believe it's going to be a shortened trading week and we're going to need to look that up by Friday, but it's a Good Friday. I think the markets close at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, well, let's dive in here and look at what the markets did today. It was a continuation of Friday for what it's worth. Friday was a pullback in a pretty positive market, and this is our Dow futures that are trading automatically, and I think that's a little bit of a rise today. We'll look here, 325. Nope, a little bit of a fall. So 3 trades, small net loss. Our Russell today, that's probably another small loss. 325, yeah, minus 750. And then there's the NASDAQ, which is on a pullback. I modified this over the weekend, and our stop loss got changed from I think 2,500 bucks to 1,500, and it gives us a better pullback scenario. These pullbacks were significantly changed, so I took the opportunity and did it, but that still didn't keep us from being down today. So and that's okay. At the end of the day, this is a nice upward trending equity curve. So, all right, let's dive to the manual trading systems, or the overall markets, really. And we made a little bit of a change with this over the weekend. This is our simple trade 30 trading system. Only now we've got this weird magenta line and yellow line in it, and actually I had two green and red lines together, but I decided one of them didn't need to really show up here. So, yeah, really the simple 30 is the one that we've been looking at, and I think it keeps it simple. And the yellow line is actually a very much superior system. However, they're really tied together, but they give nice signals. So, anyways, the S&P today went down 15 points, almost 16.31%, but still very bullish. And in this case, yellow is just like green, so, and magenta is just like red. So you can see the pullbacks and stuff that are going on together there. Pretty handy. And we can see a trend, of course. The Dow went down 162 points, but we're still at 39,313, and we have not hit 40,000 yet. And 40,000 is just right overhead, and I believe we are going to still see it. The Russell still bullish, no real change. The NASDAQ still bullish, no real change. Went down 44 points today. The Russell went up 2.16. That's worth noting, even though it's not really much. It shows a little bit of bullishness in this market because, again, the Russell is harder to move in and out of for the institutions. And the Dow transports went down 100 points, but they're actually showing bullish signs. Oil today, the USO went up 1.08%, and we're getting close to this target that I drew in a while back. The oil futures contract looks pretty much the same. TLT is bonds, and it's actually, with this impulse wave and this pullback, it's actually still looking pretty positive. I won't give it very much room, but it's looking pretty positive, even though we got a sell signal today. We had a buy signal just on Friday. So if this pivot holds on the hourly, and we got a buy signal on the hourly, then this thing could just go right straight up. And the first target would be right around that 99 area. Gold, GLD, bullish and hanging in there. BITO, a bunch of Bitcoin ETFs fired off today, so there's one. After this big pullback, I mean, that's a what, 3% move. Sorry, 11% move. That's a big move. It's the same thing in an ETF that hasn't been around very long. So this is one I would not trade, put my money behind. Alright, I think that's pretty much it. Let's take a look at Apple just because it's a market mover. Down, down, and down. There's really not a whole lot to be bullish about with Apple. Google, on the other hand, is still up after a big gap here. So, and that's enough for stocks. Let's flip over to stockcharts.com and look at the bullish percent indexes. The industrials minus 4.17% today. The NYA positive 0.35%. The transports didn't change. The NASDAQ positive 0.09%, or practically nothing. The S&P 500 positive 0.27%. The S&P 100 minus 1.33%. And the NASDAQ 100 put in a new X today and went positive 3.45%. Well, I think that still holds up my hypothesis that we are going to still see Dow 40,000. Again, probably not in a straight line, but that's okay. The market's still pretty bullish as far as under the hood, we'll call it, or not in the open market, but basically this measure of these, when you add all these different indexes together and you look at the bullishness versus the bearishness, it's still looking like it's holding up pretty well. And that's what we got for the day. So until next time, take care. Have a great night.